Hello everyone, so today I just want to do a little setup video for since it's the first video of the year. I just wanted to do a setup video on my planners for this year and share with you on I guess the plans that I have for 2026. Let's start off with sharing what I've gotten recently for my two planners that I'll be using this year. It's both Hobonichi. This is just the Techo and this is the 𝐏𝐫𝐨𝐝𝐿, which is in the bigger size. This one will be a bit more of like a notebook kind of planner where like I journal my daily learnings, and the other one will be like a day-to-day planner. Yeah, so just doing all these things are just things that this is a card that my friend gifted me. This is something that I got from my order from 𝐦𝐞𝐧𝐭𝐢𝐨𝐧𝐭𝐝 shop, and this is actually what was given from when you purchase the Hobonichi. Yeah. Anyways, just to do a little flip through, this is the first time I'm actually getting the smaller size Hobonichi. I normally use the bigger size, but I found that I don't really need that much writing space for like my quiet time planner, so I figured that the smaller one might work a little bit easier. Yeah, so there's the annual, and then this is the kind of the annual pages, and then this 20, they also include a bit of like 2017 as well. Oh, 2027, I'm sorry. Then there's like a monthly page. The monthly pages, they run all the way up until 2027 March, and then this turning up page to a new year, and then it's all the daily pages for every single day. Oh my god, it's actually quite cute, like mini size, the size of my palm. At the back there are your grid pages, and then a timetable, which I don't actually normally use, graph paper, oh there's two, and favorites. This is quite interesting. And then the first list is so long, there's like so many pages of it. Then your top 100 and your memories. He's quite cute. Note the experiences as they happen. This is the first time I'm actually flipping through this like planner, so I think it's quite interesting. Oh, and there's like some tips and reading things, and then what's to remember, 365 days check off sheet, and gift speech. This is the original book, and let's open up the 𝐏𝐫𝐨𝐝𝐿, which I actually haven't opened up yet. So this is the 2026 Hobonichi 𝐏𝐫𝐨𝐝𝐿, yeah, and this should be in Japanese. Yeah, so the annual page, monthlies. I've been using this planner actually like for the past 3 years, so this is like my fourth. Should be my fourth. The weeklies and the daily pages. What I'm curious about is to actually see if there's any difference in the back. So grid pages, same number of grid pages. Timetable, graph paper, favorites, top 100. Oh yeah, they also have this in here. Gifts, addresses. Yeah, so this year the only thing that was added in is this. Yeah, and then the other pages are the same from previous years. There's only one page of the favorites, so there's a lot lesser back pages here than in here. So here I got the Midori notebook cover for the 𝐏𝐫𝐿. It should fit just nice, and I actually didn't know I had extra, so I found it and yeah, decided I'll use it for this. The cover that I got for this planner is actually still on the way. And then I got some things from Hands. So actually I wanted some stickers to decorate my planners, so this is the yeah, just the stickers. And then I got a notebook with some Korean decorative stickers, because I want to try to learn Korean next year, you know, so I thought maybe having a cute notebook will be able to inspire me. Yeah. The other thing I got here is actually my Coffee Monsters Co. Black Friday order. So I always order my things from her either during her Black Friday sale, which is in November, or the March sale, which is I think her shop anniversary, either that or her birthday. But yeah, normally I order it pretty late because I don't want to stay up, but this time I wanted it to arrive on time, so I actually stayed up until like 4 AM and got my order in pretty quickly. So the stuff that I bought is actually for mostly for planner setup. Okay, so for the freebies, I if you hit a certain spending order, you get these vinyls. So I'll be using them to decorate. And then this is the freebie for the month. Oh no, I forgot to redeem my free samplers actually, but I'll redeem it another time. Okay, yeah, but anyways, these are the vinyls that I'm going to be pasting at the front later. The tabs, one for each planner, and then I use these when I meet my mentees because I see that I call them, like a nickname for them is like sheep. So I got this sheep onesie emotes are perfect. I've been using them for quite a while. And then there's doggy bath tying stickers for whenever I bathe my dog. Some nursing emotes for wherever I need to go to work. Some doggy emotes. Oh, they're not emotes, they're tiny icons. Yeah, just to mark some doggy things. And then lock-in emotes whenever I need to study or start doing my work properly. And this, because this is literally my face. It's so cute whenever I see food. Yeah, so that's what I got just for my collection. And this is what I got for the setup. So first is some wacky holidays, because I think these are quite cute and random. Yeah, and I think it's just funny. And then because I'm Chinese, so I got the China holidays. Even though I don't live in China, but we actually celebrate most of this holiday festival. So yeah. And then I got this to paste at the front of my smaller planner. And this for the bigger one. It's just for decorative purposes. I actually don't really use that page. And then here I got the monthly Hobonichi Techo sets. So I'm going to use these for the bigger planner. So there's January, February, March, April, May, and June. I think she only comes out with like 6 months at a time. So like the other half of the year will come out a bit later. Yeah, but I really love like this year's kind of theme. It's like a bit sketchy and pencil drawing. And as usual, you get a postcard with a thank you and a card beam program, which I have been collecting, and I have a few already like completed, but I haven't actually claimed them because I keep forgetting to. Yeah, and honestly, this is very cute. I might consider putting it at the back of my planner. Hello. So actually, like I initially started filming the video like planning to do the setup as we go and like editing out the parts and everything, but I discovered that it was just taking too long and it was really difficult to like do the setup and while filming. So yeah, instead I'll be walking through what I have done for my planners in 2026, and I just wanted to film this because like planning is really a part of my life that I really enjoy, and I really love like, you know, doing this journaling and you know, setting up my planners and everything. So just wanted to share this part of my life with you guys. Over the past few months, you know, I've been taking some time to think of what kind of content I would like to put out as well. And I think this is really something that I would like to share with you guys, and maybe it might help some of you to kind of be organized. Just sharing this part of my life with y'all. So I'm just gonna start with my main planner. Okay, so for my main planner, I've kind of decorated the outside to be a little European style. I am very into vintage in terms of like maybe the traditional Chinese kind of vintage, or including like European vintage. I just really like all these old vibes. So I am kind of planning to a trip to Europe in this year. Oh yeah, it's the 1st of Jan as I'm speaking. So I am kind of planning a trip with my family to Europe, like the Scandinavian part. So I just I'm very inspired by European styles recently. Yeah, so this is just the front cover. I bought the stickers from Hands, and this is from Coffee Monsters Co. Yeah, and I just chose this because it's very sketchy, which kind of aligns with the kind of stickers that I'm using. And this case is from Midori. I actually didn't get, I got one from Hobonichi last year, but I didn't get one this year because I found I have this Midori cover in my storage. So I'm just using it up, but it's a little bit smaller, so I did hairdryer it to kind of enlarge it, but it does kind of like, I don't know if you can see, but yeah, it's still a bit tight. So I'm kind of hoping that over time it will kind of phase out a little bit and stop being so tight. When you open up, you would see my bean sampler from Coffee Monsters Co. This is just too big to be fitted into the pockets, so I'm just leaving it here. So I have about 4 more to complete, and this is just a very cute vinyl that I actually got from this year's Black Friday sale. So covering this because this is like my credit card calculation, so I don't really want to share the amount with everyone, but it's just a pocket to put some stickers and whatnot. And then flipping over, it's just another pocket, so it's from the same vinyl. I just folded it up and made the vinyl. This is a Coffee Monsters Co. card that I have yet to claim since the 1st of last year. And this is just some stickers that I use, which I like to track my daily habits. And then over here, I just have this sticker. This is from Simply Gilded, and it's actually from the Paris collection, so very fitting with my European style. And then for the year at a glance page, I just pasted in the stickers by Coffee Monsters Co. And like, I really love this year's collection. Yeah, it's really pretty. But actually, I don't really use this page functionally. It's just for me to take a look at. I never actually use this page. Yeah. And I know like a lot of people are about like maximizing their planner page and everything, but for me, sometimes it's okay if I cannot finish everything and fill out every part of my planner because it's just too stressful trying to keep up. Yeah. But anyways, this is for like this is the annual page, the yearly page. So actually still figuring out what to do with like the annual page. But for this year, what works for me is, you know, setting goals, 3 goals at the start of each month that I want to hit for that month. So I think this is something that kind of helps me hit my goals step by step instead of like one big chunk of goals. Yeah, so I always set 3 small little goals at the start of each month. So that's what I've been doing, and that's what works for me. And then normally I write down like birthdays to take note for each month, but this year I'm kind of writing it somewhere else. So actually instead I'm going to write down like the title for each of the day's journals that I like journal. Yeah. And then for here, there's the weekly habits. So like instead of some daily habits, I have some things that I like to do weekly. You know, like you know, exfoliating, plucking my brows, washing my brushes, which I do every other week. I know it's maybe not very recommended, but I don't use my brushes very often to begin with. And then hair masks, uploading vlogs, etc, etc. It's just here. So that's for my annual page. And then I have my monthly section. So for my monthly section, I actually used to do my Thanksgiving in my quiet time planner, but because it's much smaller now, so I started transferring it over here, and I actually kind of struggled to use up my main planner like last year in the monthly section. So if you actually see, it's always empty because I just didn't really have the time to fill it out like for internet too. So I figured that keeping one monthly section, it's more than enough. So here I have my January monthly. I'm going to start doing my Thanksgiving. So one thing to be thankful for a day in here. It's just a reminder to myself to be thankful for everything that I have and for each day. Yeah. So I've set it up over here, and I'll set it up as it goes for the next few months. I just put a little like clip over here just to demarcate it so it's easier to flip over to it. So it's just all the months. And then over here I just have my weekly section. Oh yeah, I also tapped my planner up, and I really love the color scheme for this. Yeah, it's like blue, purple and pinks are my favorite colors, which kind of matches with the front page. And this is from the Coffee Monsters Co. But yeah, this is my weekly section, and as you can see, I've really set up my week for this week. Yeah, and as usual, my setup is currently I just like to take note of like the things that I've been liking in that week, my habits, and some weekly to-dos. And then after that, it's just the normal setup for every week. And as you can see, I normally don't have much things to do at the start, so it's more decorative on top, more functional below. So that's for the weekly. And then for the page where it says like turning page to a new year, this is the page where I kind of mark down my goals and intentions, which I actually didn't fill in last year. I think it's here. Yeah, it's empty. I didn't get a chance. I keep procrastinating it, and by the time I actually wanted to do it, I actually completely forgot about it. So yeah, but anyways, I've completed it for this year, and this year my intention is to be enduring and intentional in my love. So I've wrote some of like my intentions over here, some of my goals over here, and it's a bit misaligned because I freehanded it. I figured I should use a ruler next time. But yeah, it's for the various commitments in my life. And then okay, so this year for my like the front of each month page, I'm kind of trying to make it a bit more functional. So I have a few disciplines that I want to stick to daily and kind of keep track. And then here I have like a small little shopping list for each that I'm going to write down each week of things that I need to buy. And I think it helps me keep track a bit about my spendings and to not overspend my budget. And here I've written some to-dos, so I'm just covering it up. But yeah, this is where I write my monthlies. Oh yeah, this is a postcard from Chongqing, China, which I really love. This is 𝐏𝐫𝐨𝐝𝐿, which is my favorite attraction out of everywhere in Chongqing. Yeah, so this is like kind of like a bookmark that I use. But yeah, anyways, for my daily pages, I normally would write my daily to-dos here and then do my journaling here. So very simple, very straightforward. It's what I've been doing for many years. So my hope is that this year I'll fill in every single one of my pages. And then this is like the notes page. So I always don't really know what to do with my notes page, but somehow I've managed to fill it up this year. Let me just show you guys. Yeah, I managed to fill up somewhat my notes pages for this year. So I kind of figure out certain things that I would like to do. So for here, I have my roadmap from 2026 to 2027. So I got this idea from Coffee Monsters Co. from Helen, because she was saying like she doesn't really remember what she goes through each year, and I kind of agree with that. I don't really either. So it's just a roadmap to write down the happenings during the year. Then I can look back to like major happenings, I guess. And then for my travel plans, these are a bit of budgeting. So I just put down the 2 credit cards that I'm planning to use, and then whether I've hit the maximum miles I can accumulate for the month, and this is just so I can track and see how many miles I can accumulate by the end of the year. Yeah, and then for here I have my Korea trip and some budgeting that I have done or things that I want to do. So I'll write in the amount after I've confirmed how much money I'm going to be using, and then I plan to write in more for my other trips over the year. Yeah, and then here I just have some things that are on my wish list, like some bags, some pens and whatnot. So this is my wish list. On my wish list I wrote some things that are a little bit more smaller and not so pricey. So they are about anywhere from like $10 to like maybe like $300 around there. Yeah, these are like a smaller things. So maybe certain things that like I want to get and like I want to treat myself, maybe I'll get from here. And this is like my big goal savings, which is much smaller because I don't have many, but these are just some more expensive things that I want to save for that is above like $300. So definitely I'm not sure if I'll be getting them, but it's just written here to kind of motivate myself to save for these things. Yeah. And then here I have my product empties. So I also got this idea from Helen. So like I will write the products that I've emptied and then the day I've emptied and whether I repurchased it. So it's just to keep track of all the things that I've emptied and also kind of look back on things that I don't really use and maybe declutter my life a little bit more. And here's just an empty page to fill in whatever I want to, or if this list exceeds I can extend it to here. And then here for the timetable, I actually don't really have much use for this page. In last year I actually used it as a bit of like to fill in to do a color swatch. Maybe I will put in, I see someone like putting in like things to clean and all that inside here. I really still don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I'll think about it as the year goes by. And then here is just a weight tracker because one of my goals is to lose weight and get healthier. So I'm just tracking my weight from January to December, and I'll just mark it down every month, like once a month at the end of the month. And then for here, favorites, I actually wanted to like write one favorite I have a month, but I kind of found it hard to keep track of. So instead, I'm tracking the movies that I've watched, or rather not really movies, but more of like dramas that I've watched over the year, and what rating I would give it, because I do watch quite a lot of dramas. And then this is something that I got inspired by Helen to do. I used to write my 100 moments, but I also struggled to like kind of fill it up. So instead, I wrote like 100 reasons to keep going, just for the days where it's a little bit harder to keep going, so that I can continue. That it can motivate and encourage me. So I'm gonna fill this up when I have the time to, or maybe on a day that I'm feeling down, just to remind myself. And on here, okay, all this is in Japanese, but I know like I have an English version of this, and they kind of do write like what you're supposed to write down. So I guess I'll probably be writing in some things that I've experienced and really love like in these years, like the food that I've eaten, new friends I've met, fun times, and just a random one. So you'll see, I don't really know how to fill this up, but I'll fill it up as the year goes. And then all these are like their tips and all that. I don't really know what to fill it up with because I can't read Japanese. But yeah, for gifts. So these are gifts that I'm going to like give to my family. So yeah, like I'm just wrote here family, and then like all the gifts that I've gifted to my family this year, I'll just write it down here just to keep track and, you know, kind of look back and see, just as a fun memory keeping for me. And then over here actually they wrote some like address, it's an address book, as well as some like other, some random like things that are written in Japanese that I can't read. So I have completely no use for these pages, so instead I have pasted some scrap sticker paper over here and the sticker release paper, and instead I'm going to stick on some stickers that I use frequently, and especially when I go on holiday, so I don't need to bring such a big sticker book with me overseas. So I just put it into different sections like myself, beauty, entertainment, school, church, family, and some miscellaneous items, and then emotions, like things that kind of represent my emotions. Here is just my details page where I've written my address and everything, so not gonna show it. And then at the back there's just a pen holder, and then this is my this week's sticker kit, as well as the monthly sticker kit that I'm going to use it to fill it in. And then here I just have very cute little bookmark. This is from Luce's store, Rosy Dorian, and it's a freebie, and I thought it's super cute, so I'm just sticking it over here. And then for the back, kind of put a like cardstock here. Let's see, streaming about stationery. I thought it was very cute. And then at the bottom is just sakura flowers from Japan and China, because these are two countries that I really enjoy like traveling to. Yeah, anyways, this is from Coffee Monster's Co as well. It's just like a paper clip. So I've been using it since last year and still use it. So that's it for my main planner. And then I'll just quickly go through my quiet time planner. So for this, I have ordered a cover, but it's still on the way. It hasn't come yet. But yeah, so for this design, I've just gone with a lot more cuter kind of style. This is as usual from the Coffee Monster's Co. And then some Pooh Bear stickers, because I really like Pooh Bear. And I found some, I don't even know what they're called, but like I thought they were cute, so I just stickered them here. And then this says like she has a huge happy grin all over her face. I will always cherish her. Just a reminder to myself that I'm worthy to be cherished. And then same, these are the sticker tabs from the Coffee Monster's Co. And because it's like a much smaller book, so it extends all the way, like there's a second row of tabs. But yeah, so here I've taken the kind of folder that the planner came in and cut it out and made it into a pocket. And then I've like kind of cut out some of like the cartoon characters and whatnot, or drawings that were on the leaflet that was given, and then I just stick it here. And here I'm just going to, you know, keep some stickers and some notes that people give me. And then over here I actually kind of messed it up. So I actually, like, there's a front page here, but I stuck it together because I actually like messed up on the alignment and kind of messed up the page a little. But yeah, this is a very big sticker from the Coffee Monster's Co, where like it's just the annual year at a glance, which of course I never use, just for decorative purpose. So here's my yearly, and for my yearly I actually don't really know what to do at the top, but what I'm going to do here is to write down the chapters of the Bible that I have read every day, and then just to keep track, and like just thought it would be nice as well, like when I need to refer or something. But yeah, this starts from December 2025 and ends in like I think March 2027, but I'm just gonna use it for 2026. Yeah. And then here we have the January monthly page, so I'll just show y'all like one of the pages, because the rest is all like a lot more other information. But anyways, I just have write down my friends' birthdays, as well as put some like event stickers, or you know, festivals that are to be celebrated. And these are just wacky kind of days that I've put in just for the fun of it. And then any church events and whatnot, I will definitely mark it here. And here I've also marked in my soul trip that is happening at the end of the month. And then there is there's no weekly page, it's only monthly. And then here it says that turning the page to a new year, so I'm actually going to write a letter to myself for this year, and I'll probably write it like either today or tomorrow. And then here I'm going to write the meetups that I have planned with some of my mentees. And then over here is where I'll be writing like my journals and quiet times and what I have like learned from what I have read in the Bible. So it's going to be like a everyday thing, so all the way every day. Yeah, and this is just a very cute bookmark, I guess, that my friend designed. She drew this. It's super cute. It's a sheep, and then it has a Bible verse at the back. So yeah, all the other pages is just empty, but yeah. Then for my notes, yeah, I just have some mentoring notes in case like these pages don't have enough space. I'm going to continue my writings over here. And this is just a weekly sticker because this planner doesn't have a weekly section, but it's just to demarcate, you know, the back past the notes section. So for timetable, as usual, I actually don't know what I'm going to do with it. But yeah, in here, the graph paper, I actually wrote like my spendings, to track my spendings for the year for my credit cards, so I don't overspend, and I make sure like I just don't overspend. And then over here I wrote like favorite books, so books that I've read over the year, and I do want to get more into reading this year. And yeah, there's a lot of pages. And then here I have my top 100 verses. So yeah, I'm just going to write my favorite verses that I've read throughout the year. And then instead of writing you know, the food and all that, the memories that I've made this year, I'm actually going to write my only got moments that I had and journal them here, because I think like I'm already doing it in my main plan. There's no point writing it again here. Yeah, anyways, these are some like, yeah. And then here are some things like it says words to remember, but actually I'm gonna write down like someone that God has sent to my life each month. So like someone that I'm very thankful for each month, since there's 12 columns here, and be thankful for the people that I have in my life. And then 365 days check off for 365 days like of doing my quiet time and reading the Bible. And then this looking back at the year 2026, so which I'll definitely be filling in next at the end of this year. And then these gifts are for my mentees, just writing down like the gifts that I have prepared for them. Once again, I am covering this because this has like my address, but addresses I don't really know what I'm going to fill this up with, but for here it's just my personal information, and that's all. And then at the back it has this cute little sticker. It says "Tell me more," and I really love 𝐏𝐫𝐨𝐝𝐿, so I put this here because like I hope to hear a lot more from God this year. And then I have this Vincent van Gogh painting. This is like a sticker that my friend got me while she was in Europe, so I really love Vincent van Gogh, so just pasted it here because it's cute. And yeah, that's all for my planners. I hope you enjoyed the first video of 2026, and I will see y'all in next week's video. Bye.